Hello friends, welcome back to the channel and to another video. Today I want to share with you some stationery that I bought recently from Archer&Olive. If you don't know Archer&Olive, it's a US-American company, a women-owned company that makes beautiful and high-quality notebooks. This video isn't sponsored, by the way, I'm just a big fan of their products and I wanted to show and review some of their new products that I got on my last order. Alright, this is the first purchase I made, the Archer&Olive Acrylograph pen, which are acrylic paint pens, and I already have a set from my last order and I just needed to restock on the white one. I really like these pens, but I'm not going to talk too much about them in this video because there's lots more exciting stuff that I bought. Like this one. This is a notepad which has the same kind of paper, dot grid paper in it as the notebooks they make. And I got this in the Neapolitan version, which has black paper, standard white paper and craft paper in it. And like any notepad, you can rip out the single pages from it, and I bought this so I might use it in my journal in the future when I want to have a black page or a craft paper page, so it can match the paper quality of my journal. I also really like the backing of it, which is this fake leather that they also have on some of their journals, which makes it feel very fancy for a notepad. And of course it also came in the beautiful box that you can see on the left, just like the regular notebooks, they also come in those. Now for my favorite part of this order, I bought these two journals for 2022. I always use two journals, if you didn't know, just so I don't have to limit myself to a certain amount of pages. And I always try to get two matching journals so I can just see at a glance that they are both from 1 year. The cover design I chose for 2022 is from their new fall collection. It has a little cat and a moon on it. And the whole journal is bound in this beautiful dark blue linen type of fabric. It has 160 pages per journal, so I have plenty for the whole year. And the paper is 160 GSM, which is super thick, so there's no ghosting or bleeding, and really any materials I use in my journal, they work perfectly on this paper. I'm not sure how it is with watercolor, but I definitely think a light coat of watercolor would work fine on this paper. And my absolute favorite part of this journal is, ta-da! It has golden edges, which I love. I think it just looks so pretty and also makes the notebook look really neat from the side. Sometimes when I'm coloring something in on a spread, I go over the edge on accident and then you can still see that smudge when you close the notebook, and I really don't like that. So the golden edge also helps with that. And then when you open up the notebook, you have two bookmarks. Of course, your standard pocket in the back for stickers or loose sheets of paper. I always keep a ripped up page from my journal in there so I can use it to fix any mistakes. At the front, there's a little space for you to write your name and any contact info in case you're taking your journal somewhere and you're scared to lose it. The pages are with a dot grid, but you can also get them lined blank and with a regular grid, I think, but I always get the dot grid, and the pages are not numbered, which I personally prefer. And now for the final product I ordered. These are brand new. They are the Archer&Olive Calliograph. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but they're Archer&Olive's first brush pens. They come in different color sets. I got the jewel tones one, and they have two different sides. One is a little thicker than the other, and I'm just going to give you a closer look at the colors before we swatch them. Alright, let's get swatching. I'm gonna use my new Notepad to do it, and I'm just gonna take out each pen one by one and test out both sides, see how they feel, if they're different from other brush pens, and what the colors look like. I could honestly tell from the first brushstroke I did with these that I prefer the smaller tip because it's a lot less flexible, which means you get sharper lines and it's also better to control, especially for beginners. I also felt like they reacted differently with the paper. I felt like the larger tip was a lot more like a felt tip marker. I would compare the larger sized nib to a Tombow dual brush pen and the smaller one to a Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, which is interesting because those are actually completely different pens, and here it feels like you have them in one, and I honestly love that. As for the colors in the pack, I think they're all nice and muted like I expected, but there are some that I like better than the others, like the pale purple, the blue and the pinks. And as you can see on the back of the page, there's no bleeding or ghosting, although I'm not sure if that speaks for the pens or the paper quality, your pick. But overall, I'm very content with these pens, and I think they will find a lot of use in my bullet journal from now on. So there it is, that's everything I ordered from Archer&Olive on my last order. I have to mention I only order once a year because the shipping from the USA to Germany is quite high and I don't want to do that multiple times a year, but it's worth it for the products. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up and be back for my next video. Bye!